The first category in the KonMari Method is clothing. So if you haven't done the KonMari Method before, now is a perfect place to jump in and get started. Hey mina vänner, it's Heather with TidyLife, and today I hope you can join me in changing over my wardrobe from my winter clothes to my summer clothes. It's almost summer in Sweden, which means the temperatures are a little less cold than they used to be. Sweden doesn't have very defined seasons. When I was in the US, we'd have very, very hot summers, and in some places very humid summers. We don't have the humidity at all in Sweden, which I love. My hair loves. But when you do travel to other parts of Europe, you can find the humidity and the heat. I have very limited closet space, so this is it. This is shoes. I don't actually have a space constraint with shoes, so they can stay there all year round. And that area is my husband's. So I try to just keep what I will actually wear accessible to me. These are my clothes that I've been wearing from the fall and the winter and this cold part of the spring. But today is a fantastically warm, wonderful day, and that made me want to get my summer clothes out. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to switch over my wardrobe from my winter clothes to my summer clothes. So the first thing I do when I'm considering my wardrobe is I think about the color palette. So for my winter and fall and colder months, because I live in Sweden, the trend is to go with darker colors. You don't really see people wearing any kind of white during the winter. So as you can see, a lot of my clothes are more on the darker side. They're colors that I know that are flattering for my skin tone. I have a bit of an olive skin tone, but with my hair going gray, I can't wear the same colors I used to. My favorite colors used to be orange and brown to wear, but now I've changed to more of the berry tones because I think they suit my skin tone and my hair color a lot better. Many of my items that I have hanging in my closet are sweaters and long sleeve shirts. I do have some pants down here, but I tend to rotate through the same pants over and over during the week. So I actually just have one pair in the wash and the pair that I'm wearing. That's good for me. These are just underwear, swimsuits, socks, and then here I have training clothes and stuff for skating, stuff for the gym. So I'm just going to be focusing on this. This stuff here, I can show you real quick because you might be interested. Because I'm very limited on space in this room, I hang my robe in my closet, which is right next to my bed. There's only about a meter or 3 feet between the bed and the closet. So I hang my robe so that I can access it easily in the morning. I have a jumpsuit that I love, and that's staying. This is a light enough fabric that I can wear it through the winter, spring, summer, autumn, everything. Works for me. This is just my Lululemon training jacket for when I'm skating. And when I'm at home and I'm just being cozy, I need to warm up, I just throw on a hoodie. So this one stays too. I tend to store my extra hangers off to the side so that once I take something out, I put the hangers here. You can see that I have the hanger for the shirt that I'm wearing. Now when you start the process, if you have a lot of clothes, like I don't seem to have a lot of clothes by typical standards, but if you do have a lot of clothes, make sure that the clothes that you're wearing are clothes that you love, so they're going to be a keeper. And also I recommend that you set aside an outfit for the next day, because you can't even find something to wear for the next day if you haven't finished your joy checking in one session. Okay, so here I have the clothes that I set aside last fall that I wore over the summer or that I deemed to be summer clothes. Last year with the pandemic was a little wonky, So some of these clothes just never got worn. I like to have my summer colors be a little brighter and bolder because the sun is just so bright. You can get away with having very exciting colors. I don't have a lot of pattern, but that's just my personal taste. So these are my summer clothes that I'm going to choose from when I decide what to bring back into my seasonal wardrobe. I also have here some of the bottoms that I consider summer and spring wear. They're capris and shorts and some shorter sweatpants. So I have those here, probably out of frame, along with my dog. You probably can't see him, but he's sitting on my bed watching me. He's my audience today. Stay hydrated. Okay, so let's start by taking out the items that you want to keep from your winter wardrobe, but you don't need to keep it in your closet currently. So I'm going to do this in a couple of phases. I'm going to start with the easy things first, and then move on to the things I need to think a little bit about. So for me, what's easy are my wool sweaters and my heavy sweaters, because I know I won't be wearing those in the summer. So this one, and for now, I'm just going to lay them on the bed. And my other navy sweater. Now, I actually shop a lot at secondhand stores. I prefer to buy my clothes used. This heavy royal blue sweater. It's a lot easier on your wallet, and I feel like it keeps the clothing out of the landfills. My burgundy sweater. Okay, this one's another heavy sweater that I'm not going to be wearing in the summer. Okay, so that was my first pass, and that was pretty easy. So what I'm left with, I've got a very lightweight silk sweater that I can wear year round, so that stays. I have a t-shirt. I actually added 3/4 sleeves to most of my t-shirts just because I like to be able to push up my sleeves. Just one of the little idiosyncrasies that I have. But this I can wear year round, so it stays. This is a very light cotton sweater, so this one stays. My jean shirt is actually great for layers. I could layer this over a tank top or a t-shirt, or just wear it on its own. So that stays. Another t-shirt, this stays. Now this sweatshirt, I don't see myself wearing this for the summer. It's just telling me no. And this long sleeve shirt, I think I'm going to also take this one out for the summer, but I'm going to put it in a maybe pile. I might come back to it. This is just a nice 3/4 length sleeve navy sweatshirt, and it's nice to just throw over something if it gets chilly at night, because it's Sweden and it does get chilly at night. So I think I'm going to keep this in my closet for the summer. Now I have a couple black t-shirts in here. I think I'm only going to keep the one, and I'm going to let this one go back in here, and the other one I'm just going to put away for the fall. I don't really want to emphasize dark clothes over the summer. This one actually didn't get worn over the winter. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this one out for the summer. I don't foresee me using this to layer just because it is so dark. So we'll save that for next autumn and see if it gets worn. This one is just another very lightweight basic sweater. It would be good if we have a rainy, chilly day, or if I wanted to dress it up with a skirt or something. So I'm going to hang on to this one. And this one is just a black cardigan. I think I'll have other options for the summer, so I won't be keeping this in my summer wardrobe. Okay, so this is what we're left with from my winter or all season wardrobe. Now we're gonna go ahead and see what we can pull out of the spring summer wardrobe. So now when adding things back into your wardrobe or you're changing seasons, think about what you're going to need for the upcoming season. Do you have any weddings coming up? Do you have any travel plans? What's the weather usually like for your area? Anything like that will help you make your decisions moving forward. In Sweden, the emphasis is on outdoor activities, so swimming in the sea, hiking outdoors no matter the weather, going for walks, having picnics. All these things I take into consideration when I'm choosing what pieces to include. I actually have a small trip coming up, and it will be going back to the States in the southern part. And in the summer, the southern part of the US is extremely hot and extremely humid. So I'm going to keep in some pieces that maybe I won't wear if I'm just staying in Sweden for the summer, but I will definitely get a lot of use out of when I travel. So I'm going to start with, again, the easiest thing for me, and that's going to be adding my pants back in. In this case, I have some shorts and some capris, some more shorts and some more capris in white. I have some capri length sweatpants and some linen like palazzo pants. I already know that all of these fit me, so I'm going to go ahead and insert them back into my wardrobe. Okay, and I like to store my clothing with the heaviest or the darkest on the left and then rising up to the right. Same with my pants, so the lighter colors are on the right or the shorter pieces are on the right. Okay, so now I'm going to go through my summer wardrobe, and this is where I do need to joy check because some of the things have been in there for a few years, and I would say, think about what you wore last year, but that wasn't a typical year, so go back a few years if you need to, and if the clothes still fit you and if you still love them and they fit with your current vision of what your lifestyle is, then by all means keep them. Reintegrate them into your wardrobe. So for me, it's a mix of some of the clothes that I wore when I was working in an office, some of the clothes that I've had for years and years and years, and I don't know about you, but I'm at an age where my hormones are going crazy and it causes my weight to fluctuate basically on a daily basis, sometimes an hourly basis. So that makes it so much more fun to get dressed in the morning. It's super important to have clothes that really lift you up and make you feel confident that you're ready to just tackle that day no matter what your hormones have decided for you. I already know that a few of these things are going to have to go because even though I would have liked to keep them for... Oh, hello there. Why are you barking? Ozzy. Oh. Hey. It's okay. What's up, buddy? It's okay. I'm going to switch to this side, okay? Here, I'll stand right here. So I already know... Hello. Hello, buddy. You want to say hi? Is that what you want? I already know that some of the items that I have in here I've been keeping for a few years just to see if maybe my weight would start going this direction instead of this direction, but there comes a time when you have to face facts and realize that your goal outfits just need to leave. They're not goals anymore. They're just a constant reminder of who you used to be. Hey buddy, you're making a lot of noise. So I'm going to go through item by item and decide for me if it still sparks joy, whether or not I know it fits me, and if I want it to go into this year's summer wardrobe. So starting with this one here, this is one I actually really love. It's a designer piece and I used to wear it a lot, so I know I'm going to wear it again this year. It can be worn as a dress or as kind of like a duster, and I tend to wear it more as a duster. Layers. In Sweden, it's all about the layers. Now this is one that I really, really liked at some point back in time. But it doesn't make me feel confident anymore. So, and it weighs a ton. That was one of the things I didn't like about it, is it's so heavy. So it always feels like it's dragging me down. I think it's time to let it go. And somebody else can enjoy you now. Okay, this one here, however, is a really nice summer dress, maxi style sundress. And I do really like this, and I know that this is one that will suit me really well on my trip, so I'm going to keep it. All right, so this here is another one of those designer style dresses, very Swedish, that can be worn as a jacket or as a dress, or even a really long shirt with some leggings or something underneath it. You can belt it or leave it unbelted, but I'm going to keep this one because it's all about the layers. Okay. So now this one I actually got just last year, and I wanted to wear it out on date nights, and it's kind of cool. It has these little cross around wrap ties, whatever you want to call them, and you can cross it around the front or the back or to the side, whatever. But COVID, we never went out, so I haven't even worn this yet, but I do plan on wearing it this summer. So I am feeling hopeful that we will get back to life kind of as we used to know it very soon. So it's going to go back into my closet. This one here is another one that I really, really loved, but it just doesn't fit me anymore. And all the wishing and hoping in the world isn't going to change that, so I'm going to have to let you go. So here is one that I do really enjoy wearing. I like the style. I've been finding some pieces that I think are flattering, just the style. So this one is going to go back into my closet. So this is a shirt here that I ended up making myself a couple years ago. I'm going to put this one back in because it's a very lightweight fabric. Good for summer. This one I totally love, and it still fits me, but it's just worn out. The whole thing is so threadbare, it's not even worth giving to somebody else. Here's another one of the V-neck styles. I'm going to keep this. I actually pulled that out early and I was wearing it last week. This one's fun, nice and bright, great for sunny days. So it's going back in my wardrobe. Okay, so next I have this one here, and this is another one that's actually really nice for layering. It has some cute details, so I'm going to keep this one, and I'm going to remember to change the hanger. One of my t-shirts. I'll keep this to wear, just casual. Most of my summer plans are very casual, so as long as I have one or two items to wear, if something comes up unexpectedly, then the rest of it can all be very casual and relaxed. Okay, now there's this thing about white clothes in myself. I can't be trusted. As soon as I put on something white, I end up spilling something like spaghetti sauce or beet juice or some other crazy things, coffee on me. So I will have them in my closet and then not wear them because I just can't be trusted to keep them clean. So this year, we're not going to keep them. There's no point. However, this one I am going to keep, and there's a reason for that. So jumping ahead a bit, oops, this one here, very cute. It's actually a little too big. However, I plan to layer so that I'll have the tank top over the t-shirt. It'll fit just perfectly then. So we're going to keep both of these. And I'm actually going to hang them together so that I can just grab both at the exact same time. Another favorite that I've been holding on to, hopefully, but it's time to let it go. This one here is actually one of the tank tops that I keep in rotation. It is really, really worn out. I've darned it quite a few times. There's lots of little holes in it, but it's a layering piece, so it goes under other layers. This is my summer color, but I still wear the other colors. I have black, white, and like an eggplant color. I just add this back in for summer. Again, another one that I really, really loved, but it's just not comfortable to wear, so at least not anymore. So it's going to go. It's also white. I was just a walking disaster waiting to happen when I wore it. This one I do like. This is one of those that I can pair it with a black shirt or the black sweater, or the jean shirt and layer it. And it's a nice kind of a little bit dressier casual, and nothing in Sweden is super, super fancy, at least not in Göteborg where I live. Stockholm might be different. So this is perfectly acceptable for any place that you need to dress up to, or the jumpsuit that I showed earlier, or even the duster as a dress. It's just a nice versatile piece that I'm going to put back in my wardrobe. And I still have one hanger left over for the shirt that I am wearing. So I call that a win. I know this video is a little long, but for those who made it to the end, I hope you have a splendid day, and maybe I've inspired you to rotate your wardrobe. See you next time. Hej då!